Hello everyone, I'm Ginger Rousey with the Jackson-Madison County Regional Health Department and host of the Channel 11 Checkup. It's a show that brings you the latest health information and local happenings. Channel 11 doesn't run commercials. As a community nonprofit TV station, they rely on donations from the public. It's super easy to donate. Go to their website, westtnpbs.org, and click on the Donate tab. Your donation stays local and helps WLJT be a community TV station for all of West Tennessee. Channel 11 is all about home.
Honor, service, sacrifice. It's time to celebrate our heroes. Hello, I'm Julie Cook. On this edition of Tennessee is Talking, the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition joins us to share plans for this year's Veterans Day program and parade. Discover how our community is coming together to show gratitude and how you can be part of it all. Let the conversation begin.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining us on Tennessee is Talking. I'm Julie Cook, and today we're honoring the brave men and women who served our country and hearing about the local efforts underway to make this year's Veterans Day truly special. The West Tennessee Veterans Coalition has been at the heart of organizing events that pay tribute to our heroes, bringing the community together for a program and parade that reminds us all of the price of freedom. Joining us now is Mary Ross of the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition, and welcome to the show, Mary.
Thanks for having me.
You have got such a dedicated group of folks, the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition, and I know that you all work to try and help veterans through tough times.
We do. We've got different programs going on, but we do Veterans in Crisis, so we help with immediate needs for people who find themselves in a difficult situation, housing, electrical. So we've worked on that the past 3 years. We've helped 140 veterans to about $80,000 total in payouts that we actually pay to their landlords or utility companies. We never actually give money to veterans, but we've been very fortunate and blessed in West Tennessee.
Very commendable and very active group, and you are the ones who organize our veterans program and the parade.
Right.
And that takes a little bit of doing. Anybody who works on a parade knows that. So let's talk about that. Give us the date and some of the things that are being planned.
So on Friday, November the 7th at Inglewood Baptist Church, we're going to do our celebration of veterans with Major Tommy Baker is going to be speaking from West Tennessee, or actually Tennessee Veterans Services. So he's going to come out, talk about everything that's going on across the state. Then on Saturday morning, on November the 8th, we're going to actually be doing our 12th annual Veterans Day Parade downtown. So as long as everything's going as planned, we're going to start the morning by landing a Black Hawk helicopter in the parking lot. The Civic Center.
Oh, okay, downtown.
Downtown, yes.
That'd
So
be
it'll start at the
exciting.
Civic Center, be back at the Civic Center. We will have Major General Warner Ross, who is the Tennessee Adjutant General here, in part with the 30th Separate Armored Brigade Association, who will be this year's Grand Marshals. Bands. We've been approved currently for a flyover of a Black Hawk during the parade, so that's pretty exciting as well. And just our normal veterans, families, organizations who want to come out, be a part, love on our veterans, and pay tribute to the work and the sacrifices they've made.
Because you all have fundraisers throughout the year just for the parade.
We do, yes. We do various fundraisers. We sell Boston Butts. We do comedy shows. We've done a little bit of everything, and we just kind of, depending on what we're funding at that point, kind of how we do it.
So now, who puts together the program? I know there's a wonderful musical tribute that's on the night before the parade. On the
Correct.
7th.
Jackie Utley actually takes care of that. She's amazing. She's done it from day one. And we all kind of do as told because she knows exactly what she's doing, how she's doing it. And, we're just there to support her, which is an amazing thing because she's just got an awesome heart for veterans.
Absolutely, and all of you do, and it's a very hardworking group. This is what, the 3rd or 4th year for the military ball. Now that is on the same day as the parade.
Oh no!
Okay.
We couldn't do that.
I did. Well, you said something a minute ago, and I thought, that doesn't sound. That sounds like a very long day.
Our 4th annual Salute to Our Veterans Military Ball will actually be the week after November the 15th.
Okay, so it's around that time, but at least you've had a week to recuperate.
Yes, we go straight from one to the other. The ball this year is going to actually be at the Star Center. So we're changing locations with the anticipation of added people. For that, we'll actually be, we're sponsored by Barry Clark and Blue Oval City, aka Ford. So, but they are both title sponsors this year, and our keynote speaker is going to be Captain Roy Cash, who is retired Navy. He actually trained Top Gun pilots after many years of flying Top Gun. So, it's going to be amazing. He's going to be bringing his daughter, Kelly and Cash Shepherd, to sing the national anthem. We'll have various organizations who have bought tables, Miss Volunteer America, Tennessee Volunteer, a lot of crowns in the building. Just a love of veterans and everybody coming together. And that's our main fundraiser every year for the Veterans in
And
Crisis.
how many can you accommodate? Because I know the first year there was at the Doubletree, and there was just almost ran out of room. And I think that was a little bit over 200.
We were right at
that
200
first one.
year one. Hearing speaker, which was actually the grandson to General George Patton. So it was phenomenal to have him here in town, but we maxed out. Next year we had to move to the Madison Downs, and last year we really packed that in with Doug England coming out to speak, who actually spoke about his planning and takedown of Osama bin Laden. Anyway, boots on the ground, and he was involved in the entire planning, the takedown, everything that happened that night. So hearing his story and being able to visit with him and to learn about the sacrifices he's made post 9/11 was amazing.
Wow.
So
it's hearing about history firsthand.
it is.
Really.
I mean, literally, boots on the ground. You don't hear that often.
Very exciting. And your speaker this year is?
Captain Roy Cash this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so retired Top Gun pilot and trainer.
I wonder if he'll sing a song too. They performed together as a family.
Oh.
They've been at the Ned a couple of times.
I have not done that.
With that whole family, yeah. Very interesting.
I'm kind of looking forward to hoping he does Ragged Oak Flag because he's got that special voice.
Well, maybe you could put in a request for that.
I might have to text that over later.
I don't know. You're pretty good at talking people into things.
Don't tell him that. It's my charm.
You all do have a wonderful amount of support for everything that you do and all your programs, and just really, really admirable work. Now, what about going back to the parade? If any schools or churches or groups that want to take part, what do they need to do?
Anyone interested in being a part of it can give me a call. My cell number is 423-341-3330. I'm at the Doubletree Hotel Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 8:30 to 5:30. Always, if you come in and see me, can get you just an application. You turn over if you're going to drive a vehicle. We'll have to have a driver's license, proof of insurance, and we welcome any veterans, any groups, anybody who just wants to come in and show love for our veterans.
I think we walked one year and passed out some flags.
Yes, with the Jackson
That
Exchange
was
Club.
one of the and that was one of the coldest Novembers I could ever remember. But it was worth it.
We start out at 19.
Absolutely worth it.
Yeah, and go to 60 of the same 2-hour window.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
Which
different.
I hope it's not cold, because honestly, a lot of people just can't get out, and so it's always nice. I know last year we had a beautiful
Yes.
day.
And we're praying that this year's the same.
I hope so too. We'll definitely say our prayers. Do you all have to pull other people in for the for the parade? I guess you have to have the city involved.
Yeah, so the city, Jackson Police Department, Jackson Fire Department, Madison County Sheriff's Department, Madison County Fire Department, Jackson Madison County Emergency Management Agency. Jason Moore literally guides me through setup, pull out, you name it. He's the man with the plan.
Of that.
So.
And how do you go? I know you said Jackie does the musical part on Friday night, but and I would guess there's I don't know if there's a climax or a favorite part or something that really moves people every time.
Depending on who you ask, we all have favorite things that we excel in.
Yeah.
Jackie's probably going to go back to the kickoff, the ensemble, the songs that's sung on Friday night. For me, being able to watch the veterans sitting in the back row of Inglewood or standing there as veterans pull out the parade, being able to honor them and watch how they honor the community. They stand at attention when national anthem's sung. It's just the atmosphere, being able to be there surrounded by people who were willing to give their all. It's very heartwarming for me.
I very much remember years ago that, and I'm guessing this is before, it would have been before 9/11, that, there would be a lot of veterans observances, and they were not very well attended. And I had a gentleman say one time, and he was in World War II, I'm assuming, at least maybe one. He said, it used to be Americans are so proud they would always come out to these events, and nobody comes anymore. And that's probably been a good 28 or 30 years ago, but that's not so anymore.
It is also. We've increased every year. We started in 2013. Our parade was actually by Jackson Sportsplex. We literally Ridgecrest extended back to the Sportsplex building. 3 years later, we moved that downtown, and this is my 5th year as chairwoman. And we've increased every year, even through COVID. So, I'm hoping to hit about 100 participants this year.
That's great. But don't you think that's true?
I do think it's true.
I think people feel a lot more, it's too bad it takes
patriotic.
It's too bad it takes a terrible event to make people realize how fortunate we are. But I saw it. I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You've seen it too, and giving kids flags and things like that. Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And that's what the day's about. So
it truly is. It warms my heart. I've watched my grandkids as they've grown up. I've got a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old that have. I don't walk by a veteran that has a hat on that one of them doesn't shame me to give a patch so they can thank them for their service. So, being able to see that and to see the kids come out and just in droves be able to love on veterans.
Well, our parents grew up that way. It was very much an honor to serve your country, and it got to be, people had different feelings about it at one time, and I think now there's a lot better understanding of what some of our veterans have been through,
Yes.
what they go through when they come back home, and that's a lot of what you do with the Veterans Coalition.
We're able to shift people where they need to be shifted. So if somebody calls me and it's something that I can't handle, I'm very blessed with a large group of people who I can refer people to or make a call and make things happen. And I guess over the years, because actually Jackie and I, with Marty Clements, kind of began all of this back 15 years ago. So we have a lot of old blood we've worked diligently, people who joined the coalition as that was taken off, because we started at the Jackson Madison County Veterans Day Parade, and like I said, it's built and it's gotten bigger. Their organization's huge.
It's a great parade, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that's a lot to be proud of, Mary.
yeah, we
Very much.
enjoy loving on veterans.
So, yes, they were recently, the Tennessee Homeless Solutions had a resource fair
Yes.
for veterans, and things like that are so necessary. I guess dealing on a one-to-one basis, it's hard for some people to ask for help.
It is, and
You
a
find that.
lot of veterans are proud people. They don't want to admit they're in a hard place, but we live in a world where they don't have enough money to survive. I mean, some of our veterans are going in at $1,200-$1,500 a month, and you can't pay rent and electrical and eat based on that. So a lot of times just having organizations who are there to say, hey, I've got this, means more than doing anything else. Just being able to love.
And I think that's what the resource fair was about. And now you all are able to offer a more short-term solution.
Correct. We're
For some of these
emergency
issues.
crisis situation only. You've been evicted. You have nowhere to go. You know, you've got a $400 light bill that you can't pay. It's 20 degrees outside, and you know there's just medication that your insurance doesn't cover that you have to have it to live, and you need a little helping hand here or there. So I mean, we actually cover a 20 county region, so the money that's actually made from our ball or any fundraiser for veterans in crisis will go directly into the 20 counties. We have a board which is all non-paid. We all review every application. You know, we look at everything that's going on, how much income you have, how many people are in the family, how have you tried to take care of it other ways. So I mean, we truly are that last line of, we want to help you to be able to help yourself and move forward. And we've helped people who have been sick. I mean, we had one veteran who was a Marine Corps vet, had a stroke. His family he was in rehab for 30 days. I mean, you know, you have to be able to live, and everybody doesn't have the backing to be able to live without help when something happens. So, you know, we were blessed to be able to pay his mortgage payment, light bill, which helped a little bit. People who are deployed who payments don't get made correctly and they go 60 days without pay for what they're doing. It's hard for families to live off that when you're used to having a normal income.
I think it's a lot more realistic to people now, the plight of many veterans. Have you seen that over the years?
I have, and just being able to kind of witness it myself, I mean, looking at it and being able to talk with you with various news or commercials, just whatever we do, getting out there that, you know, some of our veterans, our Vietnam vets, came home to not a great welcome. Being able to see one of those veterans and bless them today still means a lot to them. Being able to, you know, I've witnessed being able to give patches to veterans at the Veterans Home in Humboldt, people who won't talk about their service because it was always taboo. We have Larry Newsome, who is a Vietnam veteran, serves on our board, and he actually was able to get people to talk about what they did, where they were at, when their family never heard them talk about Vietnam.
And I've heard families say that from wars past, and you know, one lady said, you know, my husband left one man and came back another man, and I never knew why, because I never knew what happened, and I didn't have any frame of reference. But I think, and I've always assumed that was pretty common.
Yeah. I mean, the more I talk to people, the more it becomes a norm. And for a long time, it just, people didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to wear hats. They didn't want people to know they were part of the Vietnam War. And thankfully, we're able to, we have so many different personalities in our group, in our core, that one or another will be able to touch someone's heart and be able to help that person. So where it might not be myself or Jackie, you know, Megan, who is amazing with our younger veterans, she works with them day in and day out. Larry and Ed Cookingham, who are retired veterans, they can kind of touch on topics that the females can't.
I'm sure that lends a lot more credibility to the organization when you have actual veterans who are helping.
It does, and I mean,
And
our
giving input
ladies
into
on the
things that you
board
do.
are not veterans, but our guys are all veterans, so we kind of take the best of both worlds.
It takes a village.
It does.
Right. Do you find that families, that it's easy to get in touch with someone in the coalition? You have a website or?
We do have a website, westtnvets.com. We're on Facebook, West Tennessee Veterans Coalition. Google search it. It's going to have all of our board members. It's going to have all of our events. we not only just talk about what our events are, we talk about community events. We we talked about today's Tennessee Homeless Solutions networking that happened at the Civic Center. We've got all of the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition stuff's all there, but we go into Gibson County, Crockett County, Lake County, pretty much anything from the Tennessee River to the Shelby County line. We hand
So
out
do you have leaders in
patches.
those towns? Or do you all have to go from here in Jackson?
Everything's here in Jackson. Jackie and Larry, who are both retired, will go out and they'll attend different events. Megan, who is with the Tennessee National Army Guard, is able to be out in the communities that she represents. So we have arms in the fire in different locations.
So you have a good volunteer base.
Oh yeah, we probably have anywhere from 50 to 60 volunteers that are on the coalition. The board's maintained by 8 of us. So we have and we all have our specialties, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So now what is your specialty?
Fundraising.
Okay.
I mean, director of sales at Doubletree. I gotta know how to get money.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you all, and I will commend you again for all the work that you do. If anyone who is watching who's never attended either the program, which is inside, or the parade the next day, which is outside, what would you say to encourage them to come?
The men and women who have fought for our freedom, they've given us the right to be on television. They've given us the right to vote. They've given us the right to speak out. The least that we can do when we come together to show them the appreciation and the love, the just gratitude. So when you're sitting there and you get to spend that much time with veterans who have gone above and beyond, just it warms your heart, and it will give you the patriotism that you didn't know you had when you walked into it.
You have to think too when they're when you have veterans in the parade that they must have some kind of feeling when they're walking down the street, and or any time veterans are celebrated, the cheering and clapping and all of that stuff. Maybe they don't show it, but
last year we had with the storm that hit, we postponed back a week. So I had a wife call me. Her husband was not doing well in a nursing home, and he's a huge Arkansas fan. Huge Arkansas fan. Their rivals was Texas A&M. She wanted to know where she could sit with her husband to be able to watch the parade. And we kind of went over, and I invited her to come be a part of it. And she said, no, you don't understand. His one wish, even more so watching Arkansas versus Texas A&M, is to be able to come spend the day with veterans and love on people who have served as he did. So this man who had waited for this football game forever, and his decision was, I would rather spend the day at the West Tennessee Veterans Day Parade because it meant something to him because he had served in the military. Mm-hmm. And that story to me, all the work of changing from one week to the next week, moving locations, and all the stuff that went behind the scenes, that one person, that veteran, touched my heart because we made changes, and he showed up. No matter what, he showed up because he wanted to be a part of it. So
that's worth a lot. It really is. Well, just a reminder, we've got a couple of minutes left, but the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition will have their special program at Englewood Baptist Church on November 7th. That's on the Friday night.
Right.
And what time is that? Probably
doors open 5:30, 6 o'clock start time.
Okay.
And we'll have different vendors, keynote speaker, Major General Tommy Baker with Veteran Services.
And then the parade is the next day.
Parade is the next day. Landing Blackhawks starting at 9:15. Once those are landed, as they do a huge backdraft.
That's over at the Civic Center, right?
At the Civic Center. We'll start line up immediately following that, get everybody in. Grand Marshals, organizations, kind of everybody coming in, and we've got the Parker's Crossroads Honor Guard will be there. There's a special presentation and dedication after the parade for them, and that's with Ford Motor Company. So we've got a lot of different things happening on the 8th.
Well, you can find it if you just go put in West Tennessee Veterans Coalition.
Yes.
And you can find Mary or Larry or Jackie or any of those wonderful, wonderful folks that do such great work for our veterans and very dedicated. Always such a
find me at the
pleasure
Doubletree.
to
all the time.
see you. Find Mary
Yeah.
Ross at Doubletree Hotel. That is all the time that we have for today. But once again, thanks so much for joining us. And thank you for all that you do to honor local veterans. If you'd like to rewatch the program or share it with a friend, you can stream this episode and all the local Channel 11 programs anytime on the PBS app. You can watch it on the West Tennessee PBS YouTube channel on westtnpbs.org. Keep the conversation going by following West Tennessee PBS on social media. Until next time, keep on talking, Tennessee.
Do you have a topic you'd like to see discussed on a future episode of Tennessee is Talking? Maybe you want to be a guest and have something to talk about. Send your ideas to tnistalking@westtnpbs.org. Include all your contact information and let the conversation continue.
WLJT has been busy talking to new local authors for another season of Tennessee Writes. From best-selling books to children's books, historical fiction and Christian fiction, graphic novels, and more. Join us for a new exciting season of Tennessee Writes on Channel 11 and streaming on YouTube and the PBS app.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.